Right, have a think about this. What does the year 2050 look like? Forget those silly old science fiction films. I'm talking about the real thing. Picture a city. London, Tokyo, but not as you know it. The familiar roar of internal combustion engines has vanished. Instead, there's a gentle hum, a whisper of electric motors' propellers whirring. Cars glide along silently, almost like they're floating. Above, elegant pods zip between skyscrapers. Navigation lights blink like organized fireflies. This isn't fantasy. We're building this world now, piece by piece, and it's coming sooner than you might think. The way we get from A to B is about to change more than since horse met cart. For over a century, the basic idea has been the same. A person, a steering wheel, an engine that goes bang, and four wheels. It's been brilliant, don't get me wrong. But it's also been a bit messy, a bit noisy, and occasionally, a bit crashy. By 2050, that's all set to change. We're on the cusp of a transportation revolution, a proper one this time. The future isn't just about faster cars or bigger airplanes, it's about completely rethinking how we move. It's about making travel smarter, cleaner, and best of all, much, much less of a faff. This isn't some far-off dream that your grandchildren will talk about. The building blocks are already here. Today is September 29th, 2025, and the seeds of this future are already sprouting. We have cars that can park themselves, electric vehicles that are faster than petrol-powered supercars, and clever computers that can predict traffic jams before they even happen. The next 25 years will be about connecting all these dots. It's about turning these individual bits of cleverness into one seamless, intelligent network. A world where your journey is planned for you, your vehicle drives itself and you can just sit back, relax and enjoy the ride, or perhaps finish up some work or watch a bit of telly, so buckle up. We'll look at the cars that will drive themselves. Let's start with the most familiar bit of the puzzle, the car. The car of 2050 will be a very different beast. The biggest change, you won't be driving it. At least, not unless you really want to. Fully autonomous vehicles will be the norm. These cars will be packed with sensors, LiDAR, radar cameras, the whole lot. They'll see the world in 360 degrees, all the time, in any weather. They'll spot a cyclist from half a kilometer away, or a football rolling into the street before a human eye could register it. Your car will be your chauffeur, your co-pilot, your guardian angel, all rolled into one. They won't drive in isolation. They'll be talking to each other, constantly. A massive rolling social network. Your car will warn the car behind it's about to slow down. Seconds before brake lights. It will know a car 5 miles ahead hit ice and adjust route. Vehicle-to-vehicle, or V2V, will make accidents almost a thing of the past. Single-driver braking jams will disappear. Traffic flow becomes smooth, efficient, and wonderfully predictable. Not just cars, the roads get brains too. Now for the really exciting bit. The bit we've been promised by science fiction for decades. Flying cars. Well, in 2050, they're finally here. But perhaps not in the way you imagine. Don't think of a Ford Mondeo with wings clumsily bolted on. Think of sleek, sophisticated electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles, or EVTOLs. Essentially, they are large, quiet drones you can sit inside. These will function as urban air taxis, a bit like a helicopter, much quieter, much cheaper, and much, much safer. They'll be crisscrossing the skies above our cities, hopping from one rooftop vertiport to another. Summoning one will be as easy as ordering a taxi on your phone. You'll just open an app, type in your destination, and a few minutes later, a personal AirPod will land silently nearby. These vehicles will be entirely autonomous, piloted by a sophisticated AI, connected to a citywide air traffic control system, ensuring they maintain safe distances, follow pre-approved flight corridors, and navigate around obstacles or bad weather. It will be like a beautifully choreographed ballet in the sky, all managed by computers that never get tired or distracted. The benefits are enormous. Journeys that would take an hour by road during rush hour could be completed in just 10 minutes. Imagine living in the quiet countryside but working in the heart of the city, with a commute that involves a short flight over all the traffic below. It will open up our cities, making them feel smaller and more accessible. Emergency services will benefit too. These flying taxis won't replace ground transport entirely, but they will add a vital new dimension to how we move around our urban landscapes. All these amazing new ways of getting about would be a bit pointless if they were still choking the planet. But the good news is, the transport of 2050 will be incredibly green. The age of the internal combustion engine will be well and truly over. The vast majority of vehicles on the ground and in the air will be electric, Advances in battery technology will mean cars can travel 1,000 kilometers on a single charge, and recharging will take just a few minutes at ubiquitous charging stations. These stations will be everywhere, in car parks on streets built into the smart roads themselves, allowing for wireless charging as you drive. But it won't just be about batteries. Hydrogen fuel cells will play a massive role, especially for larger vehicles like lorries, buses, ships. Hydrogen offers a fantastic energy density, meaning you can store a lot of power without a lot of weight. You fill up a hydrogen car in much the same way you fill up a petrol car today, but the only thing that comes out of the exhaust pipe is pure, clean water. Battery electric and hydrogen power will give us a flexible, robust, and completely emissions-free transport network. The air in our cities will be cleaner than it has been in centuries. We'll also be harnessing the power of the sun in clever new ways. Imagine roads paved with solar panels, generating electricity that feeds directly into the grid. Solar roads charging cars driving over them. Vehicles themselves covered in ultra-efficient, lightweight solar films, constantly topping up batteries as they move. This won't power the car entirely on its own, but it will extend range and reduce reliance on the grid. Every surface will be an opportunity to generate clean energy. It's a holistic approach. The transport system consumes energy and helps produce it. Beyond the vehicles themselves, we'll see a renaissance in ultra-fast public transport. Hyperloop pods in near-vacuum tubes traveling at over 1,000 kilometers per hour. They will connect cities hundreds of miles apart in minutes. London to Edinburgh in less than 30 minutes. These systems powered entirely by renewable energy, often from solar panels along the tube. Combined with advanced magnetic levitation trains, long-distance travel becomes faster, more efficient, and greener, making many domestic flights almost obsolete. So, what does a typical journey look like in 2050? It's all about seamless integration. Let's say you need to get from your suburban home to a meeting in a city center 300 miles away. Your personal AI assistant will plan the entire trip for you. An autonomous electric pod arrives at your door at the precise moment you need it. You get in, and it whisks you silently to the local Hyperloop station. On the way, you catch up on emails or just gaze out of the window. There's no driving, no navigating, no stress. The pod communicates with the station, so your arrival is timed perfectly. You'll walk onto the Hyperloop pod, which departs just moments later. In less than half an hour, you've crossed half the country at airplane speeds, but on the ground. When you arrive at the city station, another autonomous vehicle is already waiting for you. Or if your final destination is on the 50th floor of a skyscraper, you might be guided to a rooftop vertiport, where an air taxi is ready to complete the final leg of your journey. Every part of the trip is connected. Your ticket is a single digital token on your phone, and payments are handled automatically in the background. It's a single, smooth, door-to-door experience. This interconnected world will even feature some truly remarkable concept vehicles. Imagine amphibious cars that can seamlessly transition from driving on a road to gliding across a river to bypass a bridge, or personal transport pods that can link together on a main highway to form a sort of road train, drafting off each other to save energy before splitting off to go to their individual destinations. The line between public and private transport will blur. Everything will be part of one massive, intelligent, and adaptable mobility network, constantly optimizing itself for speed, efficiency, and passenger convenience. The future of transport in 2050 is not just about fancy gadgets and faster speeds. It's about giving us back our time, cleaning up our planet, and making our cities better places to live. It's about freedom. The freedom from traffic jams, the freedom from pollution, and the freedom to travel further and faster than ever before. We are on the verge of a new golden age of mobility, one that is smarter, safer, and more exciting than anything that has come before. So, get ready. The grand tour of tomorrow is about to begin, and everyone has a first-class ticket. It's going to be quite a ride.